This is episode number 499 of the Health Fitness Podcast by InnerFight in association with Smith Street Paleo. Be sure to hop over to smithstreetpaleo.com. All that paleo food, boost your fitness, boost your life, and generally better your relationship with good food. So guys, if you're looking still for a big goal for 2019, then I might have something for you here. We've teamed up with Ultra X to give you a special rate on the races that these guys are organizing this year. They organize 250k 5-day races. It's a race series which are held in exotic and inspiring locations around the world, and they actually culminate with a biannual World Championships. It's super awesome, and I can vouch for this, that taking on a multi-day ultra in a far-flung corner of the earth is probably one of the greatest experiences that you can have. And now that Ultra X are making these experiences more accessible for all, it's definitely something that you should be considering for 2019. In this year, they have races in Sri Lanka, Jordan, Mexico, and they'll be adding 2 races to the series each year, with Bolivia and the Azores getting released in the summer of 2019. So if that really does sound like something that you are interested in, we have a discount code which will get you £200 off the races. You can hop over, have a look, ultra-x.co. The Sri Lanka race is the first race, which is on the 13th of April. You get £200 off using our code INNERFSL19. Go and check it out. Get involved. I'm looking forward to racing some of their races this year, and hopefully we'll see some of you guys there. Welcome back to another edition of the show, folks, and this is it, 499. We have one show to go. This is the last weekly update before we hit that big number of 500 episodes of the Health Fitness Podcast. It has been an incredible time so far. Started out around 6 or 7 years ago. There's all sorts of shows in there. Radio shows that I used to do with James Pikeway, ex-CrossFit Games or previous CrossFit Games champions, people that have been to the top of mountains, all sorts of different shows in the 500 that we've done. It has been an absolutely awesome time. Started out really, and we'll talk about this more in show 500, just to chat to more people, to learn more, and to offer a platform for information. Who knew that now we'd be on, well, today's show, 499, and gearing up for this Thursday show, number 500, which you guys asked for certain guests. We reached out to those guests, and not really the ones that you wanted got back to us. Isn't it tough being super famous where you can't even reply to a huge podcast like the InnerFight Health and Fitness Podcast? Anyway, we have an absolutely awesome show coming up for you on Thursday when Andre is back from his trip. And let's start right there in the weekly update with Andre. He finished 6th in the Fittest in Cape Town, the second sanctional event of the CrossFit Games season. Absolutely awesome effort from Andre. He was right up there in the mix, right until sort of the last minute there where he just got undone by a couple of the events, which hopefully we're going to speak about a little bit in the coming shows when he gets back to Dubai. I think one of the big things that happened down there as well, he didn't win the competition, but sorry to sound cheesy, he won the heart of his girlfriend, who is now his fiancée. Andre proposed and got engaged to Natalie, and we just want to wish them all the very best. That's awesome news. Natalie also works here in Dubai over at Yas Vogue Fitness JLT. So awesome to see those guys committed to each other for the rest of their lives. Absolutely fantastic. They share the same interest in health and fitness, and they're going to be together. Maybe we'll get a little bit of a lowdown on what happened there in Thursday's show, how it all unfolded, as well as a little bit of a debrief on the Fittest in Cape Town. So a big weekend there for Andre, and looking forward to getting him back. Here at the gym, it was also a big week for you guys, testing week. And I think this is something that's super important to spend a little bit of time on it. No matter where you're working out in the world, no matter what your sport, to have some kind of check-in and testing on a regular basis is something that we feel is super important. We put it into our class program every sort of 12 weeks now, where we test a range of skills, your gymnastic skills, strength skills, conditioning, and strength numbers and conditioning. Same conditioning workouts from test to test, so there's a real comparison. And I saw some fantastic things happening here in the gym over the week. Lots of PRs on strength numbers, lots of PRs on the gymnastics skills tests as well. How many pull-ups you can do, how many rope climbs you can do. And this is something that actually just gives people a whole load of focus in their training, which I think obviously is super important. It helps on the days where you wake up and you're like, oh, why am I going to the gym? Well, if you know every 3 months you're going to have testing and your front squat's going to be retested, your push-up's going to be retested, and then some of those really lovely conditioning tests are going to be tested. There's a lot of motivation to keep pushing. We saw some absolutely fantastic results. So no matter if you're here at InnerFight or if you listen from abroad, no matter if CrossFit's your sport, no matter what your sport is, I just encourage you to make sure that you do go through some form of testing, or if you work one-on-one with a coach, you understand on a 2-monthly or 3-monthly basis what the progress is. It acts as a huge amount of motivation and keeps things honest for you as well. So it was really good here. We saw lots of people doing great things, and of course we're going to publish all of those results up on the board so that people can see what they're working towards as well. What's next though for that is, as we spoke about in Thursday's show number 498, which I hope you managed to get through. It was 45 minutes of me just talking about the Open, but hopefully a lot of people found it to be informative. The Open is coming next, so a great time again to test yourself, to benchmark where you were last year and how you go this year. Hop over to games.crossfit.com and check out how you register. It's about $10 or $20, I think I saw this morning, to register for the Open, and we're going to hold it here at InnerFight every Saturday morning, 10 o'clock until it finishes. Get everyone through, get everyone a judge, and get everyone working out in an awesome environment. What else happened in the last week? I've actually just got back from a weekend of Ultra Camp out in the desert where we took the guys out on Thursday afternoon. 25k or about a 3-hour run on Thursday afternoon just on the trails there out in the desert. Absolutely beautiful sunset over there. If that's something that makes you happy, a good sunset, then get out of the city and out into the desert. It's only a 45-minute drive from Dubai. People maybe don't know that, but it's not too far away at all, and it's absolutely stunning out there. We then camp in the desert, nice campfire. Always a good bit of chat around the campfire as well before we woke up on Friday morning, and a nice 6.5-7 hours of walking, trekking and running. We tend to slow down a little bit in the dunes to conserve a bit of energy. So that's a little bit more of a trek, a walk in the soft dunes, and then we hit the hard trail and running and covering. I think we covered in the end just over 60k for the whole weekend, so about 35 on the second day, which was a super solid effort from the guys. Remember, we've got 4 guys going to Marathon des Sables, which is one of the toughest foot races in the world. That starts on the 7th of April. I'm taking a further 3 people down to Sri Lanka for the Ultra X, which you've been hearing about a lot in our trailers recently for the race down there. That's a 250k race. We've also got a few other guys who are out there. Nice to see Joao, Big John and Steve Parker. Joao and Big John have really taken Spartan racing in their stride. Actually, this coming weekend they have, I think it's a 27k race. So they were out there training along with Steve Parker, who I will actually be going to Kenya with him and Phil Gould later in the year for another ultra down there. And also good to have our marketing chick Laura out there along with Holly. They were getting something done. Captain Brooks was there. A load of people to support as well, which this really makes these camps possible. Colin, who you might have seen around the gym, Jamal as well, and Arash stayed with us the whole day to make sure we had water. So big shout out to those guys from that ultra camp. If you want to get involved, mail us endurance@innerfight.com and we'll tell you how to get involved. Or if you're training for an ultra, you've got a program but you just want to come out and hang out with people in the desert, just give us a shout. We'd love to hear from you. And you can check out all the videos over on Instagram, exactly what happened over there, and it's pretty good fun. If you haven't seen my videos already, hop over to my Instagram, MJD_Smith, and check it out. Also, as a point to reference there, over on my Instagram, starting this week, I asked my followers if they wanted product reviews for the different products that I'm using for various areas of my life, and everyone said yes, or it was a resounding 90-something% said yes. So we'll kick off this week with some product reviews over on my Instagram TV. So if you're interested in products, get a little bit geeky, the videos won't be too long, 3 to 5 minutes max. I don't want to bore you. There's going to be a load of new content up there as well. Other stuff I've been finding quite interesting this week that I want to bring to your attention. Tom Walker introduced me a few weeks ago to an app called Pocket, which I found really, really useful. What Pocket does is you can use it on your web browser. So if someone sends you an article, which, often we getting sent articles and we just don't have time at that moment to read it, and then we forget later on, you can sort of just save them to this app called Pocket. You can email stuff to Pocket, and it's all in one place. So it's almost like forms a reading list for you. I know in Safari you've got reading lists and various other areas and platforms you've got reading lists, but that's one that I've been using for the last few weeks and really like it, so I thought I'd share it with you guys. If you're not getting Seth Godin's daily email, I think that's a great read. You don't have to read it every day. It just drops into your mailbox. I really like it, and that's a resource that I want to highlight for this week. 2 other things that came out this week that I watched or listened to. Alex Honnold, the guy that soloed El Cap, the film that's come out that hasn't reached this region yet, Free Solo. I watched his TED Talk just last night. Absolutely awesome. Really good talk. He's actually very funny as well. And there's another 10-minute sort of summary of the making of that film, Free Solo, that I found on YouTube last night, which was absolutely awesome. So just stick in Alex Honnold and you can check out. Absolute legend. It's incredible what he did. A 3,000-foot free solo, so no ropes, no attachments or anything, vertical wall that he climbed up in 3 hours 56 minutes. Absolutely incredible. And literally you're watching the video and it's like, oh my god, this guy could fall off and it's just all over, but it takes you through it. And the film is just supposed to be absolutely outstanding. Hopefully I can get access to it quite soon. Another podcast I was actually on this week was a Brian Keane fitness podcast. And the reason I share it, I've just had so much feedback from people around the world that they listen to the show and it's really helped them. So if you've not had enough of my voice yet, go over to the Brian Keane Fitness Podcast and have a listen to the show that we did there. It's helped a lot of people. Hopefully it can help you. Brian's a great guy. I mentioned his other podcast, the Brian Keane Business Podcast, which I mentioned that on a show a couple of weeks ago, which came out recently. I think it's something that he's just such a cool guy, and it's something that everyone could benefit from, no matter if you're in business or not. And definitely his fitness podcast is something that's super awesome as well. So be sure to go and check those 2 things out. What's happening in the coming week? That's what's up next, and I can tell you it is going to be an awesome week here at the gym for the program. We've just come out of testing week, and we go straight in on Sunday morning to some solid work of thrusters. Some people have been saying that actually Sunday's program is as hard as Thursday's program. That's probably not a bad thing either. There's a funny story, I'll share it maybe another time, of the workout when we first started early in 2004, 2005. We actually have a workout that we used to do every single Sunday. I'll speak about that another time, but Sunday's going to be off with a bang this week. Then on Tuesday, you get something that's going to be a super nice workout, a little bit of bench press into what's been going down really well recently, these partner workouts. We've chucked in a nice partner workout there for you before Thursday is going to be interval-based, so a really good chance to put yourself through the ringer in this week, well, to close the week out on that and to put yourself through the ringer in this week's programming. So Matt is back from Edinburgh. He's put a good program together for this week, so just get down. And if you are not in Dubai, be sure to go and check out the program online. It's free for you guys. Just put in InnerFight.com and then the date that you want. You'll get the daily workout every day, absolutely for free, and you can go and do it and get better at life. What else is happening this week? What should you be aware of? Look out, there's a big race this weekend, which we have a lot of gym members going to, and also a lot of the endurance guys. It's the Hajjar race. There's a 30K race, a 50K race, and a 100K race out there. I'll be taking on the 100K race. I think Rob Jones is also taking on the 100K race after his epic 24 hours last weekend. So that's going to be a lot of fun running with him. And then a few guys, as I said, John and Joao are taking on the big Spartan race this weekend, or this coming weekend, which is going to be epic as well. Please, as I said earlier, don't forget to register for the Open. That starts in just a couple of weeks. The first weekend is Saturday the 24th, so 2 weeks literally from now. We kick off, Saturday the 23rd, 10 a.m. Register for the Open. If you didn't see the show on Thursday, 498, I speak all about it, why you should do it, how you should do it, what it means, and it's a whole load of fun. Another thing that you might have seen on my Instagram is a countdown to today, where we've just released the details of a documentary that's been put together on my crash. It's a year after I had my crash and nearly lost my life, and Jason Lewis has put together a 1-hour documentary which we'll screen in March, and we've just put the tickets out there today. It's a free event along with a small after party afterwards at Al Sakal Avenue. There's a movie theater there that we've rented out, and then we'll have an after party. We'll have some food at Lima Studio, which is Jason's studio. Incredibly cool place just there in Al Sakal. It'll start at 6:30 p.m. and hopefully everyone will just hang out afterwards for a little while, a little bit of chat, a little bit of food. It's on the 20th of March, so put that in your diary if you can. The documentary is called Fight for Every Breath, which is literally what I had to do to stay alive that day. So it's it's an amazing thing that Jason's done. It's not because it's my story, but his skill as an artist and the way that he's put this hour-long documentary together, I think you'll all be super impressed. And it was quite a tough thing for us to do as well. So I think Holly's watched it a couple of times, and it is very emotional. So 20th of March, that's what I've been making noise about on my Instagram. That's what's coming up. And then we have it. That's the weekly show, number 499. The next one is number 500. It's been a roller coaster. Actually, it's been better than a roller coaster. It's been mainly highs doing the InnerFight podcast, and we absolutely love you guys listening. Thank you for all your support. Thanks for listening to this week's show. I hope you go out and absolutely crush this week, and look forward to catching you in show 500 on Thursday. Have an awesome week, folks.